everyone. Welcome to Enjoy English School. I'm Steven.
Hi, 大家好，我是 Bernice 老师。
And today's date is March 27th, and we're going to be talking about business English on the pages 52 to 55.
好，我们今天要进行到 Part 2的商业英语对话了。
The title is still A Coworker's Bad Habits.
一样是在讲你的同事呢，可能会有一些坏习惯。
All right, now the dialogue today is going to be between Rachel and Zach. Okay, Rachel decides to have a word with Zach about his annoying habits.
Zach 就是那个让 Rachel 觉得心里很烦闷的那一个同事啊，所以他终于 Rachel 决定了要去跟 Zach 呢讲讲话。同学 have a word 不是真的跟你讲一句话而已，就是说通常我可能要打扰你一下，所以我跟你说，我可以跟你谈一下吗？好，那有关于他这个让人家觉得很烦的这个坏习惯。
So what is Rachel going to say to Zach? I'm very curious.
Yeah, 我们很好奇，他到底要说些什么呢
Let's get started. So before we get started, I want to talk about have a word, okay? So that's kind of being like, can I talk to you about something, right? But in the office, a lot of times we'll say, can I have a word with you? Okay, 我可以跟你讲一句话吗? But when you hear that, it just makes you really nervous because, I think it's going to be something very serious. And sometimes some people might even say, instead of, can I have a word with you? They might just say, a word? Like that. Oh, and then you hear like, oh no, he's going to tell me something. I'm fired or something like that.
当然要看跟你讲话这个对象是谁啦。
Right.
如果是同事的话，应该还好啦。可是如果今天是同事要跟你讲说，老板找你哦 ，OK， 老板有一个 have a word with you， 那你可能就要小心一下了。
Right. So Rachel approaches Zach and she says, "Hi, Zach. Do you have a minute?"
好 ，Rachel 就走向这个 Zach 呢，就跟他说，这个他用个就是有点他好像想要讲一句话，有没有？不能直接讲，所以他下面这句话就是 Do you have a minute？ 不是说，请问你有1分钟吗？借我一个1分钟吗？他的意思就是说，通常我们比如说我们要跟对方商量事情，或者是问事情的时候，我们打扰到人家，中断到人家正在做一件很忙的事情，所以我们跟他说，不好意思，请问你有1分钟借给我，我有一点时间可以跟你聊聊吗？
So in English, in Chinese, if we don't know what to say at that moment, it might be something awkward or we don't know how to bring up something. We might be like that, right? But in English, we go or UH. 我们用 UH 来拼这个声音。Do you have a minute? Now, other than do you have a minute, sometimes we might say, do you have a second? S-E-C-O-N-D, 1秒钟的秒. It might not really take 1 second. It might take 10 minutes or whatever, but we might just say, do you have a second? It's just a habit.
对，这是一个非常客气的去跟人家这个询问说你有没有1分钟或你有没有1秒钟的时间，意思就是我可能要打扰你一下，但不是真的只有1分或1秒钟。
Then Zach says, sure, Rachel, what's up?
所以 Zach 果然是一个很不错的同事。他说有啊，当然有啦，对不对？怎么啦？好，一样他用 What's up 表示他可能跟 Rachel 呢也是一个不错这个关系的同事。
Right. So here again, the sure, comma Rachel. When we write it down in front of a name, we need to put a comma, right? But when we're saying it, you don't have to pause. So sure, Rachel, what's up? Okay. Another thing I want to mention is in American culture or in the Western culture, when you have a problem with somebody, it's perfectly normal for you to go up to them and tell them directly what's bothering you. As long as you're being very respectable, you're being very friendly about it, you're being very fair about it, we are very, very able to separate being criticized and having a personal attack. In Chinese, we often say 对事不对人, right? In America, we really, we don't get offended. We will just be pinpointing that problem by itself, but we won't be taking it as a personal offense.
所以这就是不同的文化之间，我们在沟通上面呢的这一个小小同学要注意的地方。像以 Stephen 老师这种美国人他们来讲的话呢，如果他今天要跟你讲事情，我们就是对这件事情去讲，我们不是针对你这个人，所以就是讲事情的时候就讲事情这样子。
Okay, let's take a short break.
好，我们来休息一下。
So Rachel says, I don't know how to go about this without sounding rude, but I wanted to talk to you about some things you do that are really distracting me.
就像我们刚才讲的同学，外国人他们讲这个东西呢，是针对这件事情，但是呢，因为这个 Rachel 她女孩子嘛，她还是觉得这件事情怕对方让对方觉得我这样子讲好像有一点 rude， 有一点觉得太无理了，所以她一开始是说，哎，我也不知道我要怎么样开始跟你说这件事情。OK，go about 就是表示你要开始去做下面这件事情了 ，without 就是不会让你 sounding 听起来我要跟你讲的这个事情会很无理啊。可是呢，我还是想跟你谈一谈啦，有关于有一些事情，什么样的事情呢？是你做出来的一些事情，这些事情 that 一样，我们后面用这个冠带哈来修饰前面的这些事情 ，really are really distracting me， 真的让我觉得有的时候会让我分神的。
So to go about something is how to approach something, how to do this action. So it doesn't really necessarily have to be to say something. In this particular situation is how to say this without sounding rude. But let's say that I don't really know how to fix my car. So I might say, I don't know how to go about fixing my car. I don't even know how to approach the situation. Okay, 我连开始都不知道怎么开始。Okay, so that's go about something.
所以我们用到 go about 这个片语的时候，就是当你觉得你要去做一件事情，可是你一开始不知道如何下手，有没有？不知道如何开始，这时候我们就用到 go about。
All right, then Zach says, oh, what do you mean?
那个 Zach 有一点就是觉得讶异，说让你分神，你是什么意思呢？你指的是哪一件事呢？
Right, so 你什么意思是 what do you mean? Okay, so Rachel says, well, every morning around 11, I can hear you drumming your fingers on your desk.
当你要跟人家谈论事情呢，你最好把这个所有的事情都叙述得很清楚，对不对？所以 Rachel 就说了我要跟你谈的就是每天的早上哦，然后大约时间就是11点的时候了，我就可以听见呢，你用你的手指头。同学这边的 hear 我们知道它是一个感官动词，所以呢后面你的这个动作，你可以用原形动词，也可以用 ing 强调这个动作它持续的一直不断的在进行。他说我真的早上11点左右，我就会听到你用你的手指头在你的办公桌上面这样子轻轻的敲打的声音哎。
Right, so here Rachel is choosing to have the setting every morning around 11 put in the beginning of the sentence, but she could put it at the very end as well. She could say, well, I can hear you drumming your fingers on your desk every morning around 11. But sometimes it's very helpful to put the setting in the beginning of the sentence so that the listener can know the time and place a lot easier and faster before the actual action. So it helps the listener be put in that time and space so they can catch what you mean a lot quicker.
我们为什么会把这个像这种时间或者是地点的这种副词会放在一开头的时候讲，就是因为要特别去强调这个时间或者是这样的一个地点，那让这个听的人就会知道说，在几点几分，什么地点，什么时间，我做出了下面这个动作。
Exactly. In the very beginning, she also says, well, okay? So this well, it's not necessary in the sentence, but in spoken English, a lot of times we have to use this word to kind of help us have more time to think about what we're going to say.
没错。
Okay, so, well, every morning around 11. So you see, like, it's kind of a way for you to kind of give yourself some time to think.
对，同学你在跟外国人沟通也是这样，如果外国人在跟你讲话，你就停在那边，人家会觉得你怎么那么没礼貌？你到底是听懂我讲的了，还是没听懂呢？所以你可以用 well 这样的一个字呢，可以帮助你稍微争取一点点时间，因为其实你要想我的下一句要讲什么。
In Chinese, it's kind of like 就是 like that. So it's just another way to say that. It's really loud to the point that it's almost like you are tapping directly on my desk.
Rachel 要跟他讲这个声音到底有多大声，他就说你的这个用手指头拍桌子哈，这个轻敲桌子的这个声音真的很大声，大到了一个点一个程度了。什么样的程度呢？几乎好像你真的就直接到我的办公桌上面，在敲我的办公桌 ，directly 就是直接的，不是敲你的，是敲我的那个声音大成这个样子了。
So it must be really loud,
Yeah,
right?
真的。
So to the point is saying like to the same level as, right? To the same level as the sound it would be if you were tapping directly on my desk. So it must be really, really loud for Rachel. Okay? Zach then says, oh, wow. Sorry, I really didn't realize it was so loud.
所以这个 Zach 就接着说。哇，怎么会这个样子呢？他这个哇的意思有点很惊讶，说哈有这么大声啊？
不是那个哇，
对，不是那个不是很兴奋的那个哇，OK， 好，所以他就说很抱歉，当然你要先跟人家说个 sorry 这样子哈。我呢真的没有 realize 了解意识到，原来我这样子敲打是这么样如此的大声。
Right, so here 那个如此的大声 so loud, we can emphasize it in English. I didn't realize it was so loud. Okay, I guess these walls are really thin.
他说，我想应该是我们的这个 cubicles 的这些板子啊，隔的这个板子有没有？所以这个 walls 就是指它那个隔板，是不是因为真的太薄了，有没有？隔音效果太差了，所以你才会觉得我这么大声呢？
Right, so thin is 薄薄的, right? So the opposite of that is thick. Okay, 厚厚的, T-H-I-C-K. So it's very similar. They both start with T-H-I. So just to know the difference, thick, 厚, thin, 薄薄的. Okay. Then Rachel says, yeah, that's why the sound is so loud where I sit, even though we have these cubicles.
所以 Rachel 跟他说，是的，真的是这么的大声。那也就是为什么呢？即使even though 就是即使我们的办公室里面都有这一些 cubicles， 我们大家都隔开来了，有没有？可是我坐的地方呢 ，where I sit， 就是我坐的那个 cubicles 那个地方呢，还是一样可以听到你的那个敲打声音这么样的大声。
Speaking of them, sometimes you bump into mine when you're rounding the corner to your desk.
什么叫 speaking of them？ 同学，我们用到 speaking of 的时候，通常就是说，你刚好对方讲到一个话题，然后要引到你的这个话题的时候，我们就说一谈起这件事情的时候 ，them 就是指上面你做的这些事情的时候呢，有的时候你还有做一个动作，就是你会 bump into mine， 就是你会撞到我的办公桌，我的这个办公室的地方。然后呢 ，when 通常是怎么样 ？When you are round 就是你绕过去的意思哈。你在绕行，从你的这个你的办公桌，你要绕回去的时候呢，你就撞到我的那个办公桌的桌角，所以这又是变成多给他加了一个罪行上去了。
Right, so annoying, right? So Zach says, I guess I do that sometimes, but I didn't think it was a big deal.
对，所以 Zach 回想起来说，我想我真的是有的时候偶尔会有做到这样的事情，可是我觉得这没什么大不了的吧，就撞到一下嘛。
So I guess he knows that he's doing it, but he's not stopping.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a short break.
好的。
Rachel then says, once in a while, you do hit the corner of my cubicle pretty hard.
所以 Rachel 再次跟他强调，你 once in a while 就是偶尔啦，你偶尔真的会这样，所以你看他下面用一个 you do， 就是你强调你真的会撞到我的怎么样 cubicle， 撞到我的那个隔间呐，而且撞的是 pretty hard， 真的很用力哦。
So once in a while is the same way of saying occasionally. Okay, 偶然的 occasionally is spelled O-C-C-A-S-I-O-N-A-L-L-Y. Okay, occasionally you do hit. So she could just say you hit the corner, right? 你就会碰到，但是 you do hit is emphasizing 你确实会。You do hit the corner of my cubicle pretty hard. Can you try to avoid doing that?
所以他用问句的方式，其实就比较不会让对方听起来这么直接。他说，你可以试着 try to avoid， 就是避免。记得 avoid 后面如果接动词，同学要记得接 ing。他说，你可不可以试着避免怎么样这样做这件事情？这个 doing 这个字就是指前面那个 hit the corner of my cubicle 这件事情，你可不可以尽量避免不要做到这件事？
Right. So Zach says, of course. Thanks for bringing this up.
所以 Zach 说，当然哈，而且我非常感谢你呢 ，bring something up， 就是指呢你提出这样的一个话题，把这个事情提出来，所以他说非常感谢你把这样子的一个问题提出来，让我知道。
I guess I didn't realize how my actions were affecting people around me.
对，因为本身呢 Zach 他说我想呢，我真的没有注意到呢，就是我的这样的一些 actions， 我这样的一些动作呢， 真的会怎么样影响到 affect 这个字当动词的影响这些人，而且这些人就是在我身边的这些人。
在他周围，在他身边 around me、So affect 这个 affect 这个动词 is the verb form of 影响。Okay? So the noun form is also affect. It's pronounced the same, but it's spelled differently. The noun form is effect.
Yes.
Okay, so if you use the verb form, starts with A. If you use the noun form, starts with E. Okay, then Rachel says, no problem. Thanks for being so understanding about it.
好，所以这时候 Rachel 说的 no problem 就是没关系啦，就是你只要知道，你不要再做，下次再这样子撞人家就好了。他说没有关系的，那我也很谢谢你呢，这么样的 understanding。同学这边的 understanding 当形容词的意思就是你很通情达理，你非常善解人意的，有关于我所跟你讲的这些事情就有关于这件事情，谢谢你这么样的善解人意，通情达理。
Right, so here the so can be emphasized and elongated, made longer to kind of really show that they're really being understanding. So thanks for being so understanding, okay? So even though so is only a 2-letter word, you can make it longer to kind of at least let the listener hear that word, but also it really emphasizes the adjective that comes afterwards. So happy. I'm so sad. If I just said, I'm so happy.I'm so sad. You can't tell. So actually, it's the word before the adjective that can really bring out that meaning. So understanding about it, and it is the problem that they were just talking about.
没错，所以同学你看，你讲话的时候，你的 intonation 还有你的这个讲话的方式，就可以影响听的人的那个感觉了。
And actually, here I could imagine Rachel. She could be saying it like, "No problem," and then maybe pause.Thanks for being so understanding about it. Okay, it's a different change in the tone. Like, 真的很感谢你那么的了解，就是那么的体谅这个事情 right? So you can also change the way you say it. You can take a pause, change your whole behavior that you use to speak that sentence. And if I ever do anything that bothers you, don't hesitate to tell me about it.
所以他的意思就是说，而且呢，如果我也这样子做了一些事情，可能会造成你的困扰的话呢，你千万不要 hesitate to do something。这个 hesitate 就是指呢，你做事情会感到犹豫啊，会觉得这个不知道要怎么样去做这件事情的时候，他说，你千万不要觉得你不敢跟我讲哈，你就告诉我了。所以 don't hesitate to tell me， 就是你别觉得不好意思告诉我，你就跟我讲。
Right, so there I chose to emphasize me, okay? 因为强调你可以跟我说, okay? Because now she's telling him, and then in turn, if she does something knowing that he has to tell her. So don't hesitate to tell me about it. Okay, that's just a 选择性, okay? That's just a different way for you to kind of have a different way to kind of convey what you mean strongly. Okay? Then Zach finishes by saying, sure thing.
Sure thing 的意思就是当然会这样子啦。
Okay, no problem 也可以，对不对？ Sure thing. It's important that we all communicate with each other so that everyone in this office is comfortable.
所以他就说这件事情是很重要的，哪一件事情就是大家彼此之间呢，我们都要沟通。这个样子的话呢 ，so that 这个连接词，每一个人在办公室的每一个人都会感觉到大家非常的舒适自在。
Right, so communicate with. Don't forget you need to have with behind that and with each other. 彼此的意思。All right, let's go into the review.
好的。
All right, so in the office, if somebody says, "Can I have a word with you?" What do they mean?
就是我可不可以跟你谈一会儿呢？
Do you have a minute?
意思就是说，我可以打扰你一下吗？
Right, I don't know how to go about this.
我不知道怎么样开始做这件事
Right. All right, so you bother me to the point that I get so angry. So to the point.
对，这个意思就是说已经到了一个什么程度了。
So what if the walls are very thin?
对，当我们讲这个隔板啊，或者墙壁非常的薄。
Right, and if it's really whole, it's thick, okay? Thick. All right, so if we're talking about something and then I go, oh, speaking of that.
当提到一件什么事情哦。
Right, and what if someone is rounding the corner?
对，表示你要绕过这个角落。
Okay? You can also say go around the corner. There's just different ways to say it. And what if I say it's not a big deal?
没什么大不了的吧？
It is a big deal.
哦，
真的是大不了的事情. Okay, so what is once in a while?
很偶尔才会发生的。
Okay, don't forget you can also use occasionally. And what if I need to avoid something?
就是避免这件事情发生。
Avoid getting Bernice 老师 angry.
啊，才不会呢，我是非常温柔的。
Don't bring things she doesn't want to hear up, okay? Bring something up. What does
OK，
that
就
mean?
是提出一个话题要来讨论，
Right? And then affect.
表示影响动词。
动词是 affect,
对。
名词是 effect.
Yes.
Okay, and then if we need to talk about something, we might have to communicate with each other. Communicate with each other 意思是
就是要跟人家好好的沟通。
Exactly. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We'll see you guys next time, okay?
OK，拜。
A coworker's bad habits. Rachel decides to have a word with Zach about his annoying habits. Dialogue B.
Hi, Zach. Do you have a minute?
Sure, Rachel. What's up?
I don't know how to go about this without sounding rude, but I wanted to talk to you about some things you do that are really distracting me.
Oh? What do you mean?
Well, every morning around 11, I can hear you drumming your fingers on your desk. It's really loud, to the point it's almost like you're tapping directly on my desk.
Oh, wow, sorry. I didn't realize it was so loud. I guess these walls are really thin.
Yeah, that's why the sound is so loud where I sit, even though we have these cubicles. Speaking of them, sometimes you bump into mine when you're rounding the corner to your desk.
I guess I do that sometimes, but I didn't think it was a big deal.
Once in a while, you do hit the corner of my cubicle pretty hard. Can you try to avoid doing that?
Of course. Thanks for bringing this up. I guess I didn't realize how my actions were affecting people around me.
No problem. Thanks for being so understanding about it. And if I ever do anything that bothers you, don't hesitate to tell me about it.
Sure thing. It's important that we all communicate with each other so that everyone in this office is comfortable.